Well, good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, September something. All I know it's the third day of fall, though. But look at it out here. It's a beautiful sunny day. But on the forecast on the news this morning, they say it's going to start getting cooler, which is fine. September is normally a really nice month in BC here. You know, it's a little bit cooler. It's not so intense heat and little rainfall, but we do need some rainfall. Our watersheds are pretty low from the summer. So it'd be nice if we get a good couple dumps. Yesterday I did a couple 400s Cs. Finished one off this morning. These are really cool saws. They have the magnesium piston, as you know. I'm trying a little bit different stuff on the porting, but they don't need a lot. Set the squish a little better. Some lower transfer work, exhaust work. Yeah, nice saws. You can put the full wrap off the 362 on them, so that way you get a little bit bigger clutch cover, bigger dogs, and the full wrap handlebars, which is a cool setup. This fella I talked to earlier, Greg, he's going to run 24-inch on it. I don't know what Vandelay Fall he's going to run on it, but that to me is probably the ideal length bar on these. You'll probably pull longer, but probably hard on the bearings and stuff. Over here I got a 261. I've been doing a lot of these lately. This one is quite unusual. It's actually heated. So here's the top cover. There's the switch here. I for on, O for off. It's got a heated carburetor. There's a heater plate on the end of the carburetor. Thermostat is probably somewhere built into it. And you got a heater element in the top handle here, obviously, and the back handle. You know, this is the first heated version of a 261 I've seen, which is quite cool. This is Isaac Vandenberg. I don't know where he's from, but it's quite cool. You know, a lot of small Huskies and Stihls had heat for the European market, you know, and the Canadian market, and the U.S., all the different markets. But, you know, 346s and Huskies came heated, 357s, pretty much all your pro saws, right? Medium to large ones. Unfortunately, the 585 in the Husky doesn't come heated, but the 592 does. So that's kind of a bummer. And the 500i, you know, like they have a heated version in Europe with a half wrap handlebar, and do not have it in North America, which is kind of a bummer. But a person I'm sure could try to order the 4-wrap handlebars for the 500i, and or just order a heated 500i if you could in North America. I don't think I see them on the list here though. But you could buy it, you know, if you guys had a half wrap handle, take the full wrap, cut the element off the half wrap and put it on the full wrap and just put some rubber around it, some shrink sleeve or some hockey tape or something. We've done that before on different models of saws. But these 261s are a little firecracker for 50 cc's. You know, them, the Echo 501 and the Husqvarna 550 Mark II, you know, they're the 350cc nice saws, you know. Dahmer's got one too, but you know, we don't see a lot of them around this area. But yeah, these 261s have stood up really well. We've had some bearing issues with a few that were used really hard in silviculture thinning type work. They rev the bag out of them, and some of the operators, I think, don't keep the sharpest chains. But you know, it all is to do with, you know, running in the revving them up really high as you're slashing and stuff. You know, you're not always in the wood. You're in the air, hitting branches, hitting this. It's hard on these little saws, and it always has been. You know, there's always been problems with saws in the spacing silviculture type work. You know, but hey, they gotta use them. So, you know what, there isn't anything really else out there anymore unless you had a whole bunch of old school 260s or 026s or old 346s, stuff like that. But they're not happening anymore. So production wise, guys got to be running the 261, the 550 Mark II, or you know, the Echo 501 if a person wants to get one of them and soup it up a bit. They go pretty darn good. So anyways, yeah, I'm just getting this one here I'm going to take apart right now, and modify it up. We'll the muffler's already off. Johnny's got a bunch of the 261 mufflers being TIG welded, ready to go. And this will be my last week. I got quite a few saws I'm going to try to get done here. I got about 4 more here before the weekend. And then I'm going to go on a trip. Me and Shelly are going for a trip down to Las Vegas to see a concert. And go see Paul McCartney. Might be his last tour in North America. Then we're going to go for a drive down to Lake Havasu. We're going to go check out the London Bridge. So I'm going to do a few videos down there. The London Bridge, it's kind of means a lot to me. With old Mr. McCullough, Robert McCullough bought it years ago and had it shipped over. But well, you'll see a couple videos of that, and I'll explain all that to you, the history and whatnot. Anyways, have a great day. Keep your saw on the wood, stick in the ice, rubber on the road. Your chain's sharp, your fuel's mixed up, fresh. Don't use old fuel. Can't say that enough. Sharp chains and fresh fuel. Your saws will live forever. And tuned right. Have a great day. I'm going to get this done and go have some lunch. Catch you later.